Wisely, Centum Result in Physics. Mrs. Sheba Silverani, Centum in Chemistry. Mrs. Stella, Centum in Chemistry. Now Centum Result Produce teachers in Standard 10. Mrs. Dr. Merlin Rajabemila, Centum Result in Tamil. Mrs. Jansi Rani, Centum Result in Tamil. Mrs. Judith Joy-Thoisapur, Centum Result in English. Mrs. Helen Jabba, Centum Result in English. Mrs. Lata, Centum Result in Maths. Result in English. Mrs. Lata, Centum Result in Maths. Mrs. Jenishria, Centum Result in Maths. Mrs. N. Thangalila, Centum Result in Science. Mrs. Jabasama, Centum Result in Science. Mrs. Daya Shantarani, Centum Result in Social. Mr. Shaji, Centum Result in Social. The special prize goes to our respected principal for the Centum Results produced for the year 2023. Today's finisher is the Best Teacher Award, which goes to Mrs. Laila Crystal. Mrs. Laila Crystal, Shinsirani to honor her with a shawl. Hearty congratulations, ma'am. Now, cash award for Youth for Christ. The person in charge for Youth for Christ is requested to come on stage. Youth for Christ. And next, Child Evangelism Fellowship. Thank you so much. Now, Endowment Prize.
We, the CSC family, is greatly indebted to the munificent hearts of the well-wishers who have donated a good sum amount to the meticulous students. The students of our institution with a note of appreciation. The first one comes on the list is the Endowment Prizes presented to Miss Darshini K of Standard 12ER, Dr. and Mrs. Peter Endowment Prize for the Best Outgoing Student in Physics, Dr. M.R. Morris Endowment Prize for the Best Outgoing Student in Mathematics, Mrs. Shanti Nelson Endowment Prize for the Best Outgoing Students in Chemistry, Advocate D. Abraham Nasser Endowment Prize for the Best Outgoing Student in Computer Science. Next, the Endowment Prize is presented to Ms. Anushriya A. of Standard 12CR, Professor M.I. Alfred Isaac, and Mrs. Vijay English, Engineer Paul Jevagaran and Dr. Vadana Alfred Endowment Prize for the best outgoing student in botany. Mr. V. Satish Kumar Endowment Prize is given by Mrs. Jarina and Joshua in memory of her father for the best outgoing student in zoology. Next, Mrs. M. Rani J. Sharon Endowment Prize for the best outgoing student in biology is given in the appreciation to Ms. Anugraha of Standard 12A. Vinay Christopher Endowment Prize for the chess champion is given an appreciation to Ms. Femil Charakari of Standard 12D. Mr. M. Abraham Memorial Endowment Prize for the best student in Tamil is given an appreciation to Ms. Shaljana S.J. of Standard 11A. Mrs. Iron Thangamani Endowment Prize for the best student in scripture is given an appreciation to Ms. Sanjana of Standard 10A. Hearty congratulations, student. Thank you.